Yo, what's poppin'? I am super excited today. One, because I'm fishing with the St. Croix Panfish series. So many of you guys have recommended this rod over the years, and I'm finally getting around to fishing with it. The other reason I'm excited is, as you can tell, I'm actually in another new kayak. I can't help myself, okay? I'm always swapping out kayaks, I'm always trying new things, and this is the Old Town Discovery Solo 119. This is basically a solo canoe. It's definitely like a minimalist setup. I'm not gonna carry a ton of gear in this thing. It's gonna be mostly for like little river adventures and whatnot, but I think it's gonna be fun to fish out of today. Regardless, I'll probably do a video specifically on this kayak in the future, but today we are going to talk about this ultralight stick right here. So let's get into the specs and then let's go catch some fish. Let's go. Let's talk specs real quick. So this is actually a 6'9" ultralight. It's a fast action. It's rated for 2 to 6 pound tests, and it's rated for 1/32 to 3/16 ounce lures. You know, I've fished with this rod a couple times now. I've already landed some fish on it, full disclosure, but one of the first things that I feel when I actually pick up this stick right here is, yes, it looks nice, it feels comfortable, but the main thing that actually kind of, you know, disappoints me a little bit is the fact that I really feel like this rod is tip heavy. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like St. Croix in general has always been a little bit tip heavy in my opinion, but ultimately I think that's a little bit of a personal preference thing, and so some anglers might really like the way this balances. I'm not gonna dog on them for that, but for me personally, I'm just looking for something that's gonna have a little bit more of the weight distribution towards the butt of the rod and have that rod tip kind of point up comfortably. You know, I'm not gonna be out here super long today because you can probably hear it in my voice that I definitely have had a little bit of a cold, so I'm trying to get over that, but I definitely wanted to squeeze in a little bit of a fishing trip. You know, the show must go on. You know, aesthetically, I feel like the reel seat and the rod butt is pretty nice. One of the weird things that I noticed is how thin the rod butt is. This is some of the thinnest cork that I've seen out there, and I don't mind it. It's fine for an ultralight. It's just a little different than what I've seen in some other rods, so not a bad thing. I don't know. It's just comfortable, but I think if they actually, you know, made that cork a little thicker, I think it would make it less tip heavy. You know, I definitely do think that this is a fast action rod, but I do notice that it's got a little bit of a whip to it. And the other thing that you'll notice is when I pull down on this, I would say it's on the low end of a fast action. I would say it's pretty close to a moderate fast. It's a little whippy. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of when ultralight rods are still really fast, but then as soon as you hook a fish, they really kind of prove out the fact that they're an ultralight power. Well, this rod, it's got a little bit more whip than I personally like, but I think that'll be good for certain applications. There he is. Just a little dinky gill, I think, yep. But hey, I tell you what, we got a fish on the St. Croix. You know, just a little tiny fish. I felt that a little bit more in the line than I did the rod. I'm using a braid to a monofilament leader, and that braid allows me to pick up on those bites really easily, and that's why I kind of like it. As you might have seen in one of my recent videos, I did technically fish this rod, and I put it to the test on some larger fish, and I'd say it was handling them quite well. So I don't think you necessarily need to be worried about this thing as far as how it performs when a larger fish bites. I think it'll do just fine. There we go. What's this, a little bluegill? Just absolutely crushing them right now, obviously. Just some dinks so far. I'm probably gonna switch. I might tie on a little micro drop shot and try to work off a little bit deeper at some point, but for now I'm just gonna dink around in the shallows, just kind of get a feel for the rod and whatnot. I'll do a video on this kayak at some point, but man, I do love this thing. It's such a fun little quick throw and go rig. I don't even know how much the actual weight is on this kayak, but it is so light. Super easy throw and go, and that's what I was looking for. So I've got Jolene, which is like my straight up fishing dynamite rig. There's a perch, very nice. You know, I felt that one in the rod tip a little bit more, so I think hopefully starting to get a feel for this rod just a little bit more, but I definitely felt that bite right in the rod tip. Despite the fact that it's got kind of a softer tip to it, I felt that little light bite from that little perch right there. See ya, buddy. Anyways, I've got two kayaks now, like I'm saying. So I've got Jolene, my big pedal drive kayak, and then I've got this one, which is more of my throw and go. I think they're really gonna complement each other well. This one will be great for when I just wanna get on the water quick, you know, maybe float a river, so on and so forth. Jolene will be great, obviously, for those serious fishing trips where I'm gonna be out there for a little while and I wanna have some good stability and I wanna be able to cover water, so on and so forth. So anyways, who knows, maybe in a year I'm gonna have two completely different kayaks. That's kind of been my trajectory, but for now I'm very, very happy with what I've got. There he is. What is this? Oh my gosh, just absolutely cranking fatties today. What do we got here? It wants to fight a little harder, but still nothing big, but it's a decent bluegill actually. Definitely my best bluegill of the day. Buddy, you're not big, but you're much, much bigger than the others, so that's good. Oh, a little bit better fish, I think. I didn't even feel the bite. I just noticed my line tensing up a little bit. It's a little bit bigger bluegill. About the same as the last one. We put up a decent fight. That rod definitely bends down in the blank a little bit. Just a little gill, nothing too big. Good time on the ultralight, I guarantee you that. I've got these Owner number 8 mosquito light hooks for my drop shot. I think these are gonna be solid. And then I've got an 1/8 ounce VMC tungsten drop shot weight, so we're gonna try that. We're basically just gonna use a little micro drop shot, just like we're bass fishing, except we're using smaller for panfish. All right, drop shot. I've got about a 9 or 10 inch leader there, and then I've got the little gulp minnow right there. This thing should be dynamite. Oh my God. I landed that on top of like a bass or something. Holy smokes. There was a bass sitting in like 2 inches of water, and I landed it up there, and he absolutely just exploded. He's still there. I doubt if he wants a 1 inch gulp minnow. There he is. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Here's the test. Here's the test. I just got done saying I doubt if he wants a 1 inch gulp minnow, but he does. Look at how that rod bends. Oh my gosh. He was splashing up in the shallows. I landed on his head and he stayed around. Oh my gosh, look at that rod. Okay, here's the test we wanted. It's a nice bass. It's a nice bass. Of course, I don't have a net. Oh boy. Oh boy. There he is. Oh boy, I thought he was bigger than this. But I tell you what, it's a nice fish. Holy smokes. That kind of freaked me out. I landed my drop shot like right on his head in like 2 inches of water. And this guy just freaking scurried off, and he stayed around though, and I got him on the drop shot. Look at that right there. Not a bad fish. Solid fish on the ultralight, and I hope you guys kind of got a feel for how the rod bends. See, buddy, because that guy just completely doubled it over. There, I got him. That fish was short striking me like crazy, but I definitely detected that bite, which is obviously a testament to the sensitivity. What is on here? You have to be kidding me. What is the deal? Okay, I said I want to catch some more perch. That's not necessarily what I had in mind. I didn't even know that this fish was on there. I just started reeling up and he was just there. What is this? Such a light bite. It's got to be another dink. Yes, it is. Man, I am just crushing the dinks today. There's a fish. Is it going to be a perch? Is it going to be a perch? No, it's a bluegill. Not a bad one. I wanna hear some funky Dixieland, pretty mama, won't you take? Ah! Okay, there you go. Oh boy. Oh my gosh, how did I feel that bite? Little dink after little dink. Ah. Oh my gosh. I just dropped this down there, getting ready for, I was just kind of getting ready and I dropped this down there and this bass just munched it. Okay, well, there we go. Oh, he just pooped all over me. Are you kidding me? He just had like explosive diarrhea on me and my boat. Oh my gosh, look at this. Okay, what is going on? I literally like just dropped it down by the side. Oh my gosh, he just chased it again. Holy smokes. Did you guys see this? What is happening? Like, I can't even organize my thoughts. He's chasing it. I just saw him tail up on it. He just like sprayed my kayak with straight dookie, and then he wanted to eat it again. I swear that was the same fish, but maybe it was just his little brother. I don't know. I basically hooked that little bluegill. I was getting him off. I dropped my jig down there. I'm just kind of getting organized, trying to, you know, get in position and whatnot. And then all of a sudden I pick up my rod and he's just eating it. And then he proceeds to just spray me. And then he comes back and chases it again. I don't know what's going on right now, but it's very strange. Okay, let's kind of rinse off some of this poop. Get out of here. Ugh, my pants are all poopy. I'm gonna go join the ducks. I'm gonna become one with the ducks. Ducks, excuse me. Can I join your crew? Can I join your crew, please? Hey, hey, whoa, whoa, okay, well. All right, well that's a little dink, but it's another fish. I went ahead and switched down to a 1/64 ounce mule jig with the Gulp Minnow again. Try something a little different. There's another one. Oh man, it's a better fish. It's a better fish. There we go. It's a decent bluegill. It's probably my best bluegill of the day. All right, switching down to a little bit lighter weight jig is making a difference because it has a slower fall, and in this dirty water, it allows those fish to find it a little quicker. Another one. And they're chomping it. I found a little school of them next to this little brush pile right here. Nothing big, but good way to kind of put some flex in the rod, just keep getting a feel for it. And that's half the battle today. There's one. Didn't even feel that bite. Just noticed my line wasn't sinking anymore. Little decent little fish. Okay, we're kind of putting on a little clinic on these little dinks today. See you, buddy. There he is. Ooh, that's probably my best one. Not quite, not as big as that other one, but my gosh, is he orange. He's got the best colors, I guarantee you that. Take a look at that guy. Just an absolutely gorgeous fish. He's so dark. Beauty. I did not feel that bite at all. It's a nice one, nice gill. Just popping them now, man, just popping them. Another one. God bless, I'm starting to get a feel for this rod, that's for sure. Kind of what a bite feels like, so on and so forth. And I'm liking it. It's definitely a good rod. Okay, I tell you what, to wrap things up, I like this rod, I do, but I think the smartest thing I can do right now is go inside and get some rest because this cold is absolutely killing me. That being said, as far as this rod goes, I do think that it's gonna have some solid applications. It's definitely not my favorite ultralight I've ever picked up, but that's just because of my own personal preferences. I personally like a rod that's gonna be a little bit more balanced in the butt of the rod as compared to the tip of the rod. For me, this rod feels tip heavy, as I've mentioned several times. The other thing is, it's a little bit too whippy towards the top than I personally like. I like rods that are a little bit stouter feeling. You know, again, I'm talking about ultralights, but sometimes these ultralights can have a true fast action, as we've seen in the Dobbin Sierra, as we've seen in the 13 Fishing Defy Silver. Those are truly fast actions. This one's just still a little whippy for my liking. Where do I think that this rod will be good? I think that deep water jigging for bigger panfish, crappie, big bluegills, I honestly think this thing is going to be great, but I need to get out there and try it some more. So ultimately, not dogging on this rod. I think I just need to find that application and put it to use on that, and I have a feeling I'm going to really, really like it. Anyways, I should probably stop rambling and I should probably go inside and get some rest, so that's what I'm gonna do. We'll catch you next time.